Hello, everybody. This is Fighter Kaus of the Geek Fighters, here to start a brand new game. This time I'm not behind the controls, but we're gonna be playing Lunar 2. If you guys don't remember, before I introduce the other Geek Fighters, I played Lunar 1, the PSP remake, and beat that a while ago. And we always said we'd go to Lunar 2, and here we are. And this time it's Double
Finally.
RPG who's behind the controls because, believe it or not, I love Lunar. It's my favorite RPG. Never played Lunar 2.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
we're finally going to see that. The sequel to my favorite RPG.
Yep,
And,
and
as you can hear, that's Double RPG. And Metal Blue Eyes is also
Naturally.
here, of course. So you got
absolutely.
Yu-Gi-Oh questions, ask Metal Blue Eyes. You got RPG questions, ask Double RPG.
Yeah, basically.
Yes,
And
and
you
if,
have depression questions, ask me. No,
and if you also have new mic, if you want to talk about new microphones, then ask me. No, I'm just kidding. But long story short, I actually got a new microphone for my PC, an Elgato Wave 3, believe it or not. So
Ooh, nice.
yes, you might actually hear that I might sound a bit different than than I did before. But hey, I really like this microphone, and I said to myself it was about time that I needed to upgrade into something a bit better since the Blue Yeti that I have was starting to fizzle out on me a little bit.
Muteki, hey, he said gonna be in and out eating at a restaurant.
Oh,
That's
In-N-Out
nice.
Burger. Yummy.
Well, he's just
Okay.
gonna be in and out eating at restaurant.
Right. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna be going through Lunar 2. There is a main
Hey, Star
story.
Child.
There's a main story for Lunar 2, but on top of the main story, there's also an epilogue that's playable. But the epilogue is only about 8 hours, so we're going to be going through the entirety of the game, main story and epilogue combined. So this is probably going to be about a 16-part series. So enjoy this for about the next
Oh,
few
Lord.
months, because it's going to be a fun ride. So anyway, let's not waste any time and let's boot up the game, shall we?
Yeah, let's rock it.
Yes. Like Rocket Raccoon. No, not really. And you got a glimpse of some of the characters who were on the poster there before me getting started with the game. But yeah, we'll be getting into the characters a little bit later, the ones that join us. But of course, we'll be talking about them throughout the entire game as we go through. But yeah, we're immediately at the title screen of the game. Believe it or not, this game does not have an opening movie right before the title screen, but
What?
the first one does. But in a complete turn of events, this game actually has an opening movie after you start a new game, whereas with Lunar 1, it did not have that. So you can see that both games have their advantage somewhere in terms of happening in opening cinematic. And yeah, so and if you take a look here, just at the save slots, I have been playing this game a little bit before we actually, before we got around to this, and you can see that that on my last save, I made it to level 75. I will say, just like the first game, grinding is a biatch in the Lunar games, but don't worry,
Yeah, just a little.
yeah, but don't worry, there is a way how you can actually grind your characters a bit farther, but that's going to be during the epilogue segment, but I'll be talking about that once we get to that. But let's not waste any more time and let's get a new game started.
Well, all right.
Hanging silently in space.
Oh, and shout out to
the
Sound Out.
shadow of the blue star was
He
once
he
alone and barren place,
promoted us on his Discord.
unfit for habitation. However, all
Oh,
beings
thank you so much, Sound Out.
Yeah.
So yes,
into a place
since
What's up?
we're since we're playing this on the PS1, you will be surprised to know. Well, I wouldn't say surprised. You'll actually learn to know that we will be hearing the voice actors who worked for Working Designs back in the day, or Working Design.
which they came.
Yes.
Yeah, they are the Western publisher for this game that was started up by Victor Island, who you now know him for creating the company that is a successor to Working Designs, who goes by the name Gaijin Works.
Star in the sands of time. Eventually,
So you're saying time for a little child abuse.
there or how it came to be
Yeah,
until a girl
Oh, because
could join
magical
two
night
worlds
rares and
or tear them
blah blah blah.
Ah,
ever.
clamp.
Aha, yes.
Hey, nice scan lines, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you.
I don't know
Yeah,
if that's like you doing that or that's like because.
Oh, no, I did it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Mm.
And don't worry about the black bar at the top. That was just how the game was made like that, so just ignore that if you can. So like so you won't be hearing like any familiar voice actors say like what you heard from the PSP remake of the first Lunar, since the voice actors in this game.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all familiar with everyone's favorite Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, Steve Cardenas.
Oh, god damn it! Why do you
anyways,
gotta bring him up during this?
I know. No, I'm just pointing it out because he's at some convention this weekend, and the convention, let's just say, put the other Mighty Morphin Red on their poster instead.
Ooh.
But a certain other Mighty Morphin Red Ranger there instead.
That's funny.
Even though it has his name there, it's clearly, Austin St. John.
Steve Cardenas, Austin St. John's picture. What?
So he's the best?
I would just say he was, yeah. I guess somebody was just told that, Mighty Morphin Red's coming, and they just did a Google search and slapped a picture on there.
That's Mighty Morphin Red. Oh my god, that reminds me of the friggin' Lightning Collection thing.
Oh yeah, with SP Red, where the reference photo they used was actually the cosplayer and not what's his name, the actor. Yeah, Brandon J. McLaren. That's it. I should have remembered that because he's actually in like a lot of shows these days. So, especially ones that are filmed here in Canada. So.
Oh, is he Canadian?
Yeah, I think he is.
Huh.
I believe he is, anyway.
All right.
Could be wrong.
Here are the opening credits for Eternal Blue, as you can probably see on the screen right about now.
Right about now. Copyright strike. Right about now.
I like how the game starts off where it says Working Designs Present instead of like Game Arts Presents, because they are clearly the ones who made the game over in Japan first. It's like, that's one of the things too. Working Design, great publisher, but the president, Victor Ireland, what a lot of people said, he was kind of really a hard ass to work with, or a guy who was really hard to work with, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So think of him more like the ultimate warrior of video game localization in the West.
Lord.
So yeah, most of the staff who were in the first game actually reprised their roles for the development of this game. So you got Kei Shigema as the scenario writer, Toshiyuki Kuboka as the character designer, like in the first game. And yeah. So you could see that there are some big names from the Japanese entertainment industry who are involved in this game, kind of like how there were 3 famous people who worked on Final Fantasy and 3 famous people who worked on Dragon Quest.
Mm.
And the music of this game is Noriyuki Iwadare, just like the first game. And here we get introduced to the main heroine of this game.
Is she supposed to look like the previous girl?
Luna, well, the thing is, we all know in the first game that Luna is a reincarnation of the goddess Althena. Whereas, but she did not have any deity-like powers because Luna was a human being at that point when she reincarnated herself into one. But this girl here, who goes by the name Lucia, or Lucia, however you want to pronounce her name, she is of the same deity race as the goddess.
Oh.
Yes, but they never really explicitly state what her relationship with the goddess is. So whether or not if she's just, someone who's completely independent of the goddess, or if she's related to her by blood, or if she's actually Althena's daughter. They never really explicitly say.
This is not the time for my awakening.
And even Starchild says, yeah, some characters share similarities. Yep. Because the thing is, with Lunar 2, it was originally going to take place about maybe close to 10 years after the first game. Because the creators of the series, they grew really attached to the characters from the first game that they wanted to continue their story, basically.
Something's gone terribly wrong.
And they were going to add new characters on top of the characters that we already knew. You know, Alex, Luna, Nash, Mia, Kyle, Jessica, as well as Null. But the thing is, in doing that, that created the complication of having too many characters in the plot. So that's when they decided to change the story to taking place 1,000 years after the events of the first game.
Huh.
Yeah,
and oh yeah, what isn't it? Silver Star and Eternal Blues because of the moon and the planet. Which one's on the moon? Which one's on the actual planet?
The Silver Star is the moon, Lunar. The Blue Star is the actual planet.
I'm gonna say, but which game is which?
Oh, hold on a sec.
Ruby, did you say something?
Sorry, we just have a cinematic going on right now.
Oh, I see it. Hey.
Oh, great. Don't tell me you're hearing voices now.
I'm sure I heard something. I should have brought Grandpa's chisel. This is way harder than I thought. Ugh.
Hurry up and get the dragon's eye. The timer's almost run out on the trap.
Trap? What trap?
So, what were you saying, Jerry? That you think that you say that the game takes place on the Blue Star? This one?
I'm asking you.
Why didn't you tell me about
Oh.
that earlier?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
But you were too rapid
Both
in
games
getting
are
Joel to listen.
are set
oh, yeah,
in
the
Lunar.
jewel. Hold on, I've almost got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Hurry, hero.
but you'll see that the geography of Lunar in this game is a lot different than the first
Got it.
game. But you'll see that as we go on with the game.
What's
Kind of weird
that
how the moon
rumbling?
is the planet and the planet's the moon. I don't know. Did they explain what happened
It's
there?
closing. Hurry.
Yes, since you don't learn that about it in the first game, why it doesn't take place in the Blue Star, this game actually does that in telling about the history of that planet. So yes.
Oh, hero, don't die on me. You just can't die.
And you would have guessed that this game also has a baby dragon companion, just like how the
I'm
first
okay,
game had
Ruby.
Null the white dragon.
It's just a few.
Now we have
bruises.
Ruby the red dragon.
Okay, that's it. No
Yeah.
more exploring for us. I can't do this
And this one
anymore,
they know
hero.
he's a baby
We
dragon.
always end up getting in some sort
Is it a
of...
boy or girl?
Ruby,
Uh,
listen.
Ruby is a female, whereas Null is a male.
What?
Okay.
Yeah. Because if you remember in the first game, the red dragon that we visited at the Red Dragon
Come
Cave
on, Ruby,
was
let's get
female.
outta here.
But then again, it's been a while since, we went through the first game.
Well, looks
Now,
like you've caught us in
and
another
do they know
messy
that Ruby's
situation.
already a baby
Oh,
dragon? Because remember
by the
Null,
way,
they were like, "You're a
If
dragon."
you haven't figured it out, my name is Hero.
Well,
And the flying cat is named Ruby.
Hero does,
She
but
said
he
she's
doesn't really
actually a
believe
baby
her
red
at
dragon,
first.
But I
Oh,
don't know
okay.
if I quite believe her. She doesn't care though. We've
Wow,
been
look at
friends
this.
for what seems like forever.
PS1, yeah. Look at this cutscene.
Oh yeah.
Sprite speed running.
Yeah, so everything is sprite-based in this game,
My
whereas with
grandfather
Silver
Gwyn is
Star
an
Harmony,
archaeologist
it's
who taught us how to
completely
explore
hand-drawn.
ancient ruins like this. Well,
The characters
exactly
and
Oh,
like
yeah.
this.
environments.
Grandpa'd have a coronary if he saw me in this kind of danger, but you get the idea. I think it's so cool that these dungeons and ruins that time forgot can be found and explored by someone like me.
And you'll notice in this game that the main character, Hero, is actually a lot more talkative
The
than
world
Alex
I live in
is in the
today
first game.
is a result of things that happened long ago. Someday,
Yeah, he's
I'll
actually got a
gather enough
person. Well, not
information
that I
from ruins
said.
like these to prove that.
Oh, he's got a stronger personality, but yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, and there's a boulder. Holy crap!
Yep. Because
I
the
saw there was
place
a chest they ran by. I wonder, you're going back there, aren't you, at some point?
during the epilogue, yes, because that place is off limits to us at this time. And because if we tried to explore that dungeon with where we were or where we are with our current stats, we would get our asses handed on a platter.
Yeah. That's what it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, Star Child even said, "Yeah, you'll go back there." Okay.
All right. And let us know if you guys can actually hear all of us okay, because
Absolutely, yeah.
I know
Yeah,
I
make
got
sure.
I know I got
Make sure
the
our audio is all right.
I know I have the game audio up a little bit, in contrast to the other games that I played where I actually had them down quite significantly. But if I need to turn down the volume of the game, just be sure to let me know. So yeah, you can actually see everything with what you expect in the Lunar games in terms of the combat systems there, where you have full control of your character. You can use artificial intelligence to attack. You can plan out your tactics of where you want your characters to be at, and that kind of stuff. Or you could just run away from battle if you
Star
want
Child
to.
mentioned that area is a higher level area. Definitely.
Yes, it is.
But crap. What was I saying? Asking you before that? You were explaining. Or you explaining the combat system now? Huh. I love how this is.
How it's sprite-based?
Yeah, I love how adorable it looks.
Mm-hmm. And this is actually a port of the Sega Saturn version, because this game was actually made for the Sega Saturn first before the PlayStation.
Saturn or CD?
Saturn. Well, I mean, it's a remake of the Sega CD game, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I get you. It came out. This game is based off the Saturn remake, and then
Yes.
ported. Okay.
And this is the only remake that this game ever got too, which is a damn shame.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. I'm like, I would have played this on PSP too if it was out, but they never did it. They just did the first one.
Yeah.
And even on GBA too. The GBA, I even played that one, Lunar Legends, and it still was only the first one, not the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, I
come
guess.
on.
Yeah, I guess it's because the second game didn't actually sell well. That's why Game Arts didn't really pursue in, delivering another remake of this game, whether it be on Game Boy Advance or PSP. But because this game is actually, I would even go as far to say that it probably has the better story over Lunar 2, because there's a lot more to story in this game than there is in the first one. I mean, not to say that the first one's bad, which, far from it. I really like the first one, but this game, I'd say, is a step up when it comes to character development and just the world building and the whole 9 yards, basically. Oh, I didn't want to go into AI. What was I thinking? Yeah, I don't want to get too greedy, or else I'll be biting the dust early. And just so you know, like in the first game, you can actually save your progress. So if you want to save your progress, then yeah, you just hit the start button, and then there you go. And I would say this is going to be one of those instances where I'm going to be doing it quite often, because the bosses in the game, they can get really dirty. Even Starchild says these games weren't really advertised well other than magazines.
Oh, that's another part about it.
Fighting a desert dolphin. No, a sand shark, rather. Yeah, that's exactly right, Star Child. He even said, unless you were lucky enough to come across and play the first game, you probably wouldn't have even known a second game existed unless you were looking for it.
That is true. I only knew the second one existed because I wanted the first one. I ran into the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what, there's an Eternal Blue? I remember back in the 90s when it came out PS1.
Yeah. Yeah, I was even surprised myself when I learned that, this game actually existed. Because as being a fan of the first game and beating that one, I was like, hell yeah, I want to play the sequel.
I'm guessing you're doing the old grindy bit, or...
Well, we will be Well, the thing is, I'm going back to the goddess statue and healing myself while I'm still on the first screen, because when I'm on the second screen, I do have consumables on me to where I can actually heal myself, and I'll be using those to get through the rest of the, area that I'm in.
Oh, hey, now you're level 6.
Yep. You saw that we started at level 5 and not at level 1, like
Yeah,
the
level
first
1.
game.
I was gonna bring that up, yeah.
Yeah.
Starshow said about a year after the first game came out, the magazine ads were already saying that it was hard to find.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if you go on eBay, they're very rare to find. This is a really big value gainer type of item. Well, cutscene time. Another in-game cinematic coming up.
Now what did we do?
If you like the jokes from Silver Star Harmony, you'll actually find a lot of the pop culture jokes and references in this game done by Working Design to be somewhat outdated but still funny in their own right. They seem very appropriate for the time, but there's a lot of stuff that you'll actually see in this game that you'll be like, oh geez, there's no way they can get away with this today. But you'll see what I'm talking about.
Oh boy.
Wow, Hero! Get a load of that! It's incredible! But what the heck is it? It looks like a ship, but it moves without wind or sails.
Hey, you! Yes! You over there! What are you doing in this area?
Who does this Joker think he is?
My name is Hero, and this is Ruby. Identify yourself!
Certainly. I am White Knight Leo, leader of Althena's guard.
Here's one of our party
And this
members we
is the
won't
dragon
get
ship
till
Destiny.
near the end of the game.
Now then, listen up. You kids need to evacuate
Nah.
this area. I don't want to see any civilians.
You're getting in the party now, bitch.
Return to
Yeah.
your home immediately.
Get in
Move
here.
it.
Funny you say that, because throughout most of the game, he is kind of an arrogant butthead.
Ah, so appropriate.
Yeah, so it's very appropriate to the situation right now, because when you get him, he's actually a really valuable party member, based on his stats.
GG's, everybody, GG's.
And as you can see from Leo's looks, he is part of the Beastman tribe, just like Mel D. Alkirk and his daughter Jessica in the first game. But then again, Jessica was a half-breed between a Beastman and a human being. And just so you know, we actually get his battleship as our own mode of transportation later.
Helmsman, set a new course. Destination? Quinn's Research Outpost.
You're a cat. Oh boy.
What? I'm a baby dragon, don't call me cat, that's racist!
Where's the time wizard when you need it?
Basically, that's what's going on in her mind. Someone needs to teach that guy what a cat looks like. There, see, she said it. All right, now we can go ahead and get out of this screen, and then we can finally make our way towards the end of this area. And like I said, I'll be going through it because just tanking it, just getting to the end because I do have consumables on me, which are herbs, by the way. Just like in the first game, you got herbs, you got healing nuts, and
nuts.
Herbs and spices.
Nuts.
11 herbs and spices.
11 herbs and spices. So, other than that, how are you guys doing?
Well, you know, it's a job search, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and I feel a lot better. Like I was, as you know, I haven't been streaming. I was sick, but I feel good now.
Oh, good.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, somebody better get rid of that first-time chatter, because...
Consider yourself.
There you go. Thank you. Star Child says something new.
My friend's cousin got the...
Dodge this!
Friend's cousin got the first game when it came right out. He had his PS1 a lot earlier than everyone else around where he lived. So he was playing games on it before people really knew they existed yet. Just...
So, yeah, we got the herb, we also got starlights and silver lights. They're the things that recover your magic points, just like in the first game. So, if you're familiar with the first game, then you will definitely feel right at home when it comes to the gameplay of this one.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Oh boy, he's gonna do another rock smash on me again.
Well, I mean, are you a flying type?
Well, I wish.
Yeah, I do.
If we're going by Pokemon logic, then yeah, I really wish I was. Ooh. Oh, we got another herb. Good. Yeah, might come in handy. Sure, it'll come in handy when I find somebody that I can smoke it with. But lo and behold, the Geek Fighters does not encourage smoking herbs or any of that nature. We're a family-friendly channel.
We try to be.
We try to be. But I'd say more or less we're a clean channel at that. Well, maybe not that clean, but, you know.
Again, we try to be.
We try.
Yeah.
I mean, I do try. But then, like, a lot of times on my channel, I don't want cussing and stuff, but it's usually Bad Gamer. Wheels even brought that up one time. No, I don't cuss. He said he did, but Bad Gamer started, and I was like, oh, I guess.
Sorry, but I'm allergic to bullshit on his part.
Bad Gamer do be cuss when I.
Yeah, he does.
I probably should bring that up again. Like, you know, this ain't supposed to be an M-rated stream.
Exactly.
Dodge this!
If you, Starchild says, he says something new. If you want to go ahead and read that, Gary.
Yeah, he was staying with his friends, so he just got all PS1 games and would play them on his system. He would stay over there with his friend on the weekends, and his friend and his cousin were both going through the first game at the same time.
Oh, man.
First Lunar.
And the first Lunar game is a short game. I would say that this game is twice as long.
I mean,
when you combine
the fact
both
that
the
I
main
beat him how many times?
Yeah. I mean, if you combine the main story with the epilogue, yeah, this game goes twice as long than the first one. And not to mention, since
Hey, how's it going? Overman King Punter. These monsters are just bugging me.
Oh boy. Here we go again. Well, I showed that.
By the way, welcome.
Sand Shark. Sand Shark who's
What
boss.
playing this old classic that is more underrated than even this first one because few people heard of the first game, and then even fewer were like, "There's a sequel?"
Yeah.
Or rather, not even heard of. It's more like Star Trek, I think. Limited print, I guess. Wasn't
Yeah.
They underestimated how much people wanted it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that was a big problem too, because Lunar, the games, they were one of the first games that that combined anime cutscenes with the gameplay because they wanted to make the games feel like you were watching like a well-written anime, if that makes any sense.
Overman Punter said, I beat both of them with the PS1 versions, but patched them to not have the working designs BS difficulty. I never beat the second one. I never got my hands on it. I beat the first one several times.
Oh yeah, because when you're fighting the final boss in the main story, ugh, yeah, he could be very, very bad.
I was gonna say, is cheap even a good enough word?
Cheap, I mean, he's beatable, but yeah, he's pretty cheap.
Like Jinpachi Mishima.
Oh yeah, especially if you're playing as Jin Kazuma going up against Jinpachi. Oh god. I had so much trouble trying to beat him with Jin. It's not even funny. When I
saw tool-assisted run, tool-assisted playthroughs of Jin fighting against Jinpachi. That was insane because it showed how cheap Jinpachi can be, but but the tool-assisted Jin dodged everything. Because Jinpachi, I didn't know that he could throw 15 fireballs at once if he really wants to you dead for some reason with his cheapness.
Oh yeah.
Starchild said after they beat all the games they had, he would take the demo disc he got from magazines to scout new games coming out. Yo, I used to do that. I still have my demo disc things. That's how I knew about a lot of games, even though I never owned them. Some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Sasha said if he remembers right, enemies scale in these games.
They do.
Overman said, why did working designs keep increasing difficulty in their localizations back in the day?
Well, I mean, you know how it was back in the day, how, game companies wanted to keep the difficulty up just to add replay value and challenge, but, it's not like today where everything is more, streamlined.
I know a lot of times they increased difficulty because it was renting back in the day. And they wanted to make sure you couldn't beat it in a single weekend and that you wouldn't want to keep renting.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, this game, it was actually one of the more expensive games to buy on the PlayStation 1 because of all the stuff that came with it. Not only did...
People forget, not that $70-$60 is anything to scoff at, but back then, it was really, people didn't really, a lot of people didn't really buy a lot of games because there was... Carts would go for $100 or more.
Oh, yeah.
Some carts. And even, so I'm not saying that justifies now, but I'm just saying we do still have it better than then now.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, if this game were to ever get a re-release, you know how much they would, make it more streamlined, like most Japanese RPGs do in this day and age.
At the very least, have a difficulty slider.
Yeah, exactly.
Something that I'm surprised and mad that Yakuza 7 didn't do. Because I really wasn't. Yeah.
Which we're hoping for in Infinite Wealth.
Yes.
Even Starchild says that the rental scene was popular back in the day, and yeah, pretty much was. It's like you either rent a game for the weekend and you have a good time, or you rent it and it turned out to be bad, and that's when your whole weekend was wasted right there.
Yep. There's a lot of games I rented back then.
So it was more or less
That's
a
how I got
crapshoot, if
into-
anything.
That's how I got into SNK, my favorite fighting game ever, CVS 2,
Mm-hmm.
and Armored Core. Rented. I remember that story because I told it before when my science teacher was giving my dad grief, and my dad was like, "I'm about to punch this." I'm like, "Look, I told him the same thing." He was like, "You know what? If you get in trouble at school for saying you want to punch him, I'm not even getting mad." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, yeah, exactly."
Yeah.
That science teacher. I called him a hairy bear one time.
Hairy bear.
Yeah, he was kind of a, I don't know what to call him. What do you call him? Snooty. You know?
Yeah, snooty,
What
yeah.
are you doing letting your son playing these games, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a perfect way to describe it. Most definitely.
He was my
Pretentious?
7th grade. Pretentious too, yeah. Yeah, oh yeah. That that too. You know. Look down on like the fact like at first they were like, "Oh, your son has an attitude problem," but the fact that he looked down on my dad too, I'm like, "Oh no, I think it's not my attitude, it's his teacher's attitude."
Sounds like it.
I liked my 8th grade science teacher more. Well, she failed me one time, but then I got better.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a 6th grade science teacher that I could not even stand with a passion, and she was pretentious as all hell. She seemed like one of those people who wanted to fail me, if anything.
Just to do it?
Yeah, just to do it. But the thing is, it was actually her last year of teaching, too, so it's like, for her, might as well go out with a bang and find somebody to dunk on, and unfortunately, I was the unlucky bastard for that. Yeah, sadly. What about you, Metal? Any teachers that rubbed you the wrong way when growing up?
Oh, come on, yeah. I can't think of any off the top of my head, though, unfortunately.
There was one teacher that I didn't hate. I just thought it was hilarious that he thought I was Cajun.
Oh, really?
Is you got a French name? I'm like, Frenchie? Cajun? Not from Chicago. Oh, okay. Although, funny enough, I do have family that live in New Orleans, but I don't know if they still live there, actually.
Also, I would like to mention this part of the game. Take notice of this, how we open the door with the dragon's head. This will actually be very important with the very last dungeon in the game, but that's in the epilogue. And when you see that, that'll make you be like, "Ah, the story comes in full circle, I see." But that'll be in the last episode of this when we get to it.
Hope I remember. I probably won't, but
I'll remind you when we get to it.
Starchild says he said the working designs PS1 games had a lot of extra stuff. The extra discs for Lunar 1 and 2 are pretty cool with all the voice acting stuff. And that he has Arc the Lad box set, and it had a lot of extra stuff, including the 5 games.
You know, that was actually very interesting, especially when it comes to the Lunar games, because they always had a making-of documentary in the PS1 games, which, like I said, is very interesting, because you can tell that a game series like this is incredibly niche.
Yep.
Show off Hero's new ability called the Poe Sword.
Oh,
no, not the same as the Teletubby.
Dodge this!
I was thinking of being Poe. Like, I wasn't poor, I was Poe. Couldn't afford the OR.
Oh, Poe.
That's me right now. I'm not poor, I'm Poe. Can't afford the OR.
But yeah, Working Designs did do a whole lot of extras to try to boost the appeal of the games because of them being incredibly niche. Like they did the, the making of documentary for this game, as well
I
as.
love companies doing that stuff.
Mm-hmm. And they even had like they even had outtakes at the end of the making of documentary, as well as the end of the game after the credits. They did a lot of stuff to help, get a lot more people interested in a game like this. Or a game series, but too bad it didn't really help the cause, because you figure, a game like this would be a multi-million seller because of it being a quality game with a lot of great merits to it, but nope. Just wasn't destined to be.
Back when JRPGs were still in niche.
Mm-hmm.
Because this was what, before or after Final Fantasy VII?
This was after.
I mean, I know it was before, but this was after the PS1.
When it comes to PS1, yes, it came out long after Final Fantasy VII, but with
original one.
But with the Sega CD, it came out about 2 years before Final Fantasy VII released on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
And these games were made based on the fact how a lot of the Japanese RPGs that were done on like the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, they didn't really have the capabilities of doing something like animated cutscenes to help tell a story. So that's why, games like these were made for CD-based mediums for that cause.
Overman said, I didn't beat Final Fantasy VII, but this game and the previous Lunar game were more fun for me to complete. Same.
Oh, yeah.
Because I actually had Final Fantasy VII, but I never got it. Actually, I know why I never beat it. You know what happened?
What happened?
A power outage happened when I got the game.
Ooh.
And then the disc got messed up during, like, the system got messed up during the outage.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad was like, I could buy you Final Fantasy VII again, or Super Nintendo with a whole bunch of games. I said, Super Nintendo with a whole bunch of games. My choice. I made it.
and you still go by to this day that you made the right choice.
Yeah, no, like, hey, 7's a great game, but how can you beat a deal like that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
One game or a bunch of games? Like, come on.
Star Child says something new.
Starshield said, back in the day, I remember it being a thing. How many discs the games were, and seeking out games with more discs. People actually wanted, like, hey, this game's got 3 discs, all right. This game's got 4. Crazy.
Well,
Do you actually remember? Did you ever buy Strider 2?
I never bought it on the PlayStation when it first came out, but I did get it on PS3's PSN.
Oh, if you bought Strider 2 on PS1,
yeah, it had the.
Get this. Huh? I don't know.
Well, I was waiting for you to say something since you said get this.
It came on a jewel case, package. 1 disc jewel case package, but it actually had 2 inside.
Mm-hmm.
What it was it had like a compartment you'd open, and then boom, the other disc, and it contained the original arcade perfect version, or perfect as it could be on PS1.
Yeah.
Strider 1. Pretty neat. They didn't have to do that, but they did.
Yeah, but I guess they did that because they knew that the game, Strider 2 in itself was also pretty short, just like the first game.
It was. Is this the first full dungeon?
Yes. Okay, that opens the way there.
Starshaw said he beat Final Fantasy VII back in the day and probably will never play it again. It's hard to look at. Yeah.
All right, what the...
8's a little easier on the eyes, honestly.
the chibi character sprites look like they have donkey hooves for hands.
Yeah, that's what I thought they were. Because it ain't like these chibis here work you know, in this game.
Yeah.
They at least look okay.
Oh yeah. Still,
they're actually.
They still look good for today's standards for a PS1
but, like,
title.
The Final Fantasy 7 Super Deformed ones don't. They look weird nowadays. I mean, actually, even back then I was kind of off. Yeah, Starshot said this game is infinitely better to look at. That's the thing. So Sprite. I guess that's why. Like, hey, Lord Doom, how's it going?
Hey, Lord Doom.
I'm finally streaming on a proper stream. Yesterday, if you don't know, Kyle, like I GLE streamed, and I was there, but I wasn't really like there.
I get what you mean.
Is that a walking stick? There were mummies or something?
More mummies.
Dodge this!
You defeat the one that's off colored that's different colored than the rest, and then they all perish.
Oh, okay.
Manny Marco, Lord Doom?
Yeah, that's Elder Scrolls. We were talking about it. Yeah, there's 2, he said, not 3. There's the High Elf, and then there's the God that was originally a High Elf. Something like that. He'll explain it.
Dodge this!
Oh, Starshot, this game actually has voices too. That's right. Final Fantasy 7 was silent, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, the PS1 games, yeah, they didn't have voice acting.
Oh, Lord Doom said, and both of them appear in Oblivion. Oh, okay. I got it. You know what? I deleted Oblivion off my PC only because I needed the room. I might download it back. I don't know.
Makes me want to watch those videos again where it sounds like they're speaking in English as a second language. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, that dude who was helping non-English speakers to learn English.
Yes.
Where it's set to Oblivion because it's like real life Oblivion dialogue.
That thing is very blissful to the ears to listen to.
So the original Manny Marco, Lord Doom explains, was a high elf. He used the Dragon Break during the end of Part 2 to become the, quote, Necromancer's moon. And that's the moon that helps you make black soul gems. That's him.
I see.
So because there's a specific day where you can make black soul gems, and that's the Manny Marco original. And then there's one you fight that's in the Mage Guild quest in Oblivion.
I see.
And I have to get up because I think. No, I'm trying to get some food.
Oh, okay.
Metal. Did anyone ever call you Cajun like they did with me?
Yeah. Annoying as it is, yes.
Like they thought I was Cajun. I was like, no, Chicago. I'll be back.
Okay. All right. Well, we got another one of these mummy doodads to take care of. Is that what they're called? Mummies? Oh, one of them is. The others are called Bandage Boys. Ah, no, I didn't want to put AI. Dang it. Oh, it's okay. These guys are pretty weak when they hit. Well, the purple one attacks quite significantly than the regulars. Damn. Breakdance there, mummy boy. And then the other one that you kill is either a separate timeline version of him or just a liar pretending to be him, since dragon breaks are not accepted as a real thing. You know, I got Oblivion on the PC when it first came out.
Oh, that would have been way back when.
Yeah, that was back in 2005-ish, I think?
Sheesh, yeah.
Yeah. but
5 or 6. Yeah.
but never got past the first dungeon, you know, the introductory dungeon, because my attention span for non-linear games are not what they are like right now. Lord Doom says the Dragon Break thing is especially wild since the side effect is you just lose track of time. The effect that has is you suddenly not being able to remember what you did for the past few days. Ooh. Yeah, that does sound bad. Oh, wait a minute. I actually want to get rid of this one because he's about to shoot fireballs out of his mouth.
Dodge this!
So apparently everyone just accepts them as part of life, I guess.
I guess so.
Yeah. Oh, hey, LPH. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome in.
And Lord Doom and LPH, since you're joining the stream, we're actually playing through the sequel of Lunar's Silver Star Story, or Silver Star Harmony, depending on which version you're playing. This is Lunar 2 Eternal Blue, or as it was originally called on the Sega CD, Lunar Eternal Blue. So you saw Jerry play the first game, whereas I'm playing the sequel. I can't remember the last 3 days. Oh well, I guess that's how it goes. So basically this guy's like Dio, but he just makes everybody lose their memory or something.
Dodge this!
If that makes any sense, but I don't know, maybe. Oh, which wrestling event are you at today, LPH? Is it WWE or AEW? Oh, Impact! Oh, cool.
Sweet.
So the place where Tommy Dreamer is, if I recall. And not to worry, Lord Doom. Just so you know, there are no elves in the world of Lunar, so this game does not spew out anything of heresy of any manner.
Good.
So I think you're going to be quite safe with this one. They're taping their 1000th episode tonight? Wow. Well, thank you there, Fighter Cows.
Yeah.
There are beastmen in this game. Yeah, you're not wrong. The beastmen count as elves.
Yeah. According to the legendary elf hater Pelinal Whitestrake, Beastmen begged him for mercy, and they said, "We're not elves, we're beastmen. Please spare us." And then he just said, he just kept adding to his body count. He just 7,000,001. Just killed them all like.
Pelinal said so, and I don't question Pelinal.
We don't question Pelinal Whitestrake.
Here we are, up close and personal towards the Blue Spire. He's basically Elder Scrolls Kratos, if that makes any sense. I can see that.
Okay.
LPH is at the taping of the 1000th episode of Impact tonight.
I actually was hearing about that because they were promoting it. I hope it's good. I think they have a lot of people there, like old time.
I'd imagine they probably would, yeah.
What's her
the
face?
big OGs.
Madison Rain's gonna be there. She was talking about it.
Oh wow!
Remember her?
I remember the name Madison Rain.
Remember Beautiful People?
Beautiful people. Now you're making me think of that Marilyn Manson song with those lyrics.
Well,
the beautiful people, the beautiful people.
I mean, it was a SmackDown opening. Lord Doom. That White Straight guy, he must be sure. White Straight responds,
He must be.
bro, how dare you? Seriously, how dare you?
Ooh, Gwen's in a bad spot since he got his defenses down. Hang in there, Grandpa.
You know, the only grandpa I know is the hero's grandpa in Dragon Quest XI.
Yes. Yes, Lord Rab. He's an excellent character.
Yeah, I like him a lot. I mean, I didn't think I'd care for an old man, but here I am.
We've got to keep our strength up.
Oh, good thing he dodged. Wow, I didn't dodge that one.
Grandpa can dodge too? Who knew? Well, he's still got some agility left in his bones, but just so you know, he's not a permanent party member in this game.
Reminds me of, what was the fat guy's name? Who became the store owner? Reminds me of him.
Oh, Ramus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of like that, but he is a lot more, he is a lot more brief than Ramus is. And you will actually see Ramus in this game too, but it's actually his distant descendant.
Oh, because you said this is what, 1,000 years later?
Mm-hmm. Because based on the original concept of the story, how it wanted to go, what I mentioned about how the original characters were going to return, but adding in the newer characters, I think they were going to have Hero as the main character, but Alex was going to be more of like a mentor figure to him. But, you know, as I said, that created the complication of having too many new characters amongst the playable party, so that's why they ended up changing it to, you know, what we see now.
Dodge this.
But if there's one character I actually compare Hero to more than Alex, I'd say he's probably this timeline's rendition of the character Dyne. You know, the guy that Alex looked up to because he was the last Dragon Master before Alex became one. And you remember him in the first game. He was Lake.
Yes, I remember that.
Mm-hmm. Because you could see that the dynamic between both Hero and Lucia are a lot more like Dyne and Althena.
Lord Dude mentioned about how Pelinal joined Alessia's revolution. That time he joined Alessia's army, bro literally walked in with a mace and a sword covered in elf viscera, like, I heard you guys need my service. Now I'm not sure if it's 100%, but I heard that like Pelinal is supposed to be like a take on the player character.
Uh-huh.
Even though this is like the past of Elder Scrolls, how a player character could act, where like, but I don't know about that one.
Kind of a wide stretch, you think?
Yeah, because like, it only makes sense for like player characters who do what I do, which a lot of people do, but we also load and make stuff happen. I've heard that theory, Lord Doom. I don't know if anybody put any stock into it. Being a Shezarine, killing people, like helping people out, but then killing people because players can be good or evil or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's what some people say. There's also talk that he's a time-traveling cyborg, but that one actually has a lot more
weight to it.
One. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Doom.
That's why he did it in the first place. Pelinal's boyfriend was murdered, so he was like, "All right, time to kill all elves." Gotta also remember the elves back in Saint Alessia's time were just evil. They worshipped Daedra. They sacrificed humans. Humans were slaves. They were just
so they worshipped the Satan in that universe.
Basically, yeah.
So you worship the Satan.
Oh, that time,
or else you're entering into a graveyard of you. That's the thing I'm getting at.
Dodge this!
Those Satanists. Lord Doom said that, yeah, he actually killed everybody, though, that was near him at that time. He took it poorly. But his boyfriend, he took it poorly. Huda was his name. When the boy, yeah. If I remember right, was Huda a Minotaur? Or was Huda the... Oh. Let me look this up. UESP. Huna. I said Huda. Huna.
Huda.
Huna. Huna. I don't know where I could change the N to a D.
Dodge this!
Huna died by an arrow of Celethel the Singer. Huna's death was a catalyst for Pelinal's madness. Once Huna died, Pelinal would descend into several fights of madness during which he cut vast swaths in mindless fury. As well as slaughtering the innocent Khajiit he mistook for elves, which is why I said, like, beast folk are elves too now.
Okay, now it's time to go up these stairs here.
No, I guess Huna was a human.
They weren't innocent, Lord Doom says.
They were in the way. They were in the way.
Dodge this!
Did I never show Lord Doom that like Pelinal killing everybody animation I showed you? Or does he already know about it? He probably already knows about it.
Not sure, but that animation you showed me, that was some pure eye candy, and I'm talking about eye candy that's actually blissful to the eyes.
I don't know. I put it in memes, but like too good to be a meme. Very well done.
Dodge this!
But it still kind of is a meme.
Mm-hmm.
Or they were like, "Hey, Pelinal, can we get some mercy?" And Pelinal said, "Yes, you can have tons of it. By the way, I named my sword Mercy." What did he name his Mega Buster rifle? Or like I said about him being a cyborg, that's why people think he is. Because they said that he had an arm that shot killing light. And that's why people are like, wait a minute, he had a Mega Buster rifle? Mega Buster cannon? Like Mega Man?
Yeah, I know what you mean. The thing I remember the most about that animation was the remix of the Terminator theme playing in the background.
What I loved about it.
Because that's basically what it is. All in all, it's the Terminator and Tamriel.
I love how the animation went full into the cyborg thing, too.
Pelinal was just goes, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I guess it's like, well, what if Guts was unstoppable? I mean,
yeah,
like, like unstoppable, as in like the eclipse wouldn't even done anything. Unstoppable.
Elves were his Griffith.
In a way, though, you're not wrong. Elves are his Griffith. Elves are his Griffith. You're right.
As you can see, we just got our first healing nut.
You got your first healing what?
Healing nut item.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yo, is it about the storm?
Oh no.
Yeah, it is.
Storm, don't come. My boys got to experience this game's first part.
Well, I do want the rain. Just don't want the thunder and the lightning.
Yeah, I guess. That makes sense.
Dodge this!
Oh yeah, that wind is changing. That wind is... And then we got a Cat 5 hurricane that's maybe coming my way. Probably won't be Cat 5 by that point, but that's you know, something too.
Well, you'll just be getting a lot of rain if, you know.
Yeah, we still don't know where it's going. Like, it could just completely whiff us. You know? Could. Depends. What's Cat 3 now? Okay. Saying it might... From what it looks like, unless it goes one other way where it actually hits me, it looks like if it does hit, it's not... I have no idea. I hope it just whiffs. But it might hit Boston.
Uh-oh.
My cousin from Boston is gonna get hit. I don't think I have anybody who lives in Boston. I have friends in Boston, but not family. Funny. Lived in the state so long, but most of my family are New Yorkers. What Chicago is, not Bostonian.
And apparently what I gather from people in Boston, they're like that police officer in the Super Mario Brothers movie who got yeeted by, you know, over the counter. Who got thrown over the counter by that one other guard or whatever that you showed me in that clip.
Oh! I like how a lot of people didn't notice that.
Dodge this!
The funny thing, too, is that when you showed me that clip, it's just that Bob Hoskins' character was the only one acknowledging it during that scene.
Yep.
And,
He was the only one.
and you could tell, you could just see how horrified he looked just based on what was happening.
You, Alex, Wheels, Metal, none of y'all noticed that. I'm like, really? You didn't notice this fight happening here with this? This friggin' like got serious too, as you saw, because they were like the cop, I think, was ready to kill the criminal before he got thrown.
Yes.
Go watch Mario Brothers. Oh, Lord, you mentioned Pelinal. This man just had the Amulet of Kings instead of a heart. He was just an anime character.
Ah.
Dodge this!
Grandpa dodged again, even if it was just for a second. I'm about to say, Gohan really needs to take some cues from characters in this universe, as they can dodge enemy attacks somewhat.
I don't get how Gohan can't see. But apparently they mentioned that. Like, that's why I dropped the earrings. What? Wait, your key doesn't fix your eyesight?
Yeah, I never understood
everything else
why
pretty
they... Because I think Gohan was just fine without the glasses.
Makes him look more nerdy, more relatable, I guess.
I guess.
Kind of like Clark Kent Superman thing, maybe.
That's, you know, funny you bring that up. I've always thought about that. How Ultimate Gohan kind of looked like Superman stuff.
Kinda.
Oh yeah. If you think about it.
Lord Doom posted a fun fact about Pelinal.
Yeah, he said, fun fact, Pelinal almost never actually fought in battles.
Both Mask took down Gwen's defenses.
You know,
Man, they really want that old man dead.
Those masks remind me of the ones in Mario.
Oh, the Phantos. That's like the one enemy that scared me the most. The first enemy I experienced that scared me the most.
Legit, because it hunts you down like a horror game villain.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Doom said went on about the Pelinal's kills. Most of his major elf kills were him pulling up and then insulting the elf until they honor dueled him.
Huh. Alright, we finally made it to the top of the spire.
Mm-hmm.
So, we finally get
You
to
want to hear about Alessia? We're getting stuff. Okay, good.
Yeah, some story.
Pelinal's confirmed a tier 1 trash talker. Bet.
Is a T1 trash talker?
Xbox lobby style times 1,000. Imagine that in the olden times.
Wonder what it would be like.
Oh my
during the
god!
olden
Now that
times.
needs to be a skit, Metal. Take like a picture of Pelinal from Oblivion and just like Photoshop it out of somebody wearing a headset and just like
Hells
make
yeah.
like fake old school Xbox Live style like trash talk, like oh up your beep, you know, like and all that stuff. Like, are you an elf? Like instead of you know how they were racist then, but like instead of like it's against elves, like
It's
get
so
out of here, elf.
beautiful.
You can't aim. And then, like if he finds out it's an elf, he teabags him all the time.
Whoa!
And he's playing.
Yeah!
Alright, cinematic time. I can hear the knife ears in his voice.
I'm gonna have to copy what Lord Doom is writing for that skit now, because he's writing exactly how it would go down with Pelinal playing at Xbox Live.
Hero!
Imagine she comes out that thing and just starts choking him with her hand out like that. I'm like, oh god!
She's got force powers. I mean, since she is a deity, she does have incredible magical prowess. But yeah, that's her first outfit. She actually gets a second one a little bit later.
I think I'm gonna hurl.
Lord Doom said flying is actually a force power.
My name is Lucia. I have come from the Blue Star on an urgent mission. Your world is in grave danger. I must see Althena immediately. Take me to her.
I sound very robotic with this voice.
Do you think she's friendly? She looks like she could be some sort of goddess or something. What are we
I was
gonna
gonna say,
do, Hero? Ruby to Hero!
She's the
Lord Doom, I can't see her ears.
girl I've
I
ever
don't
seen.
trust her.
I mean, she does have long hair. A lot longer than Luna's, actually.
Okay, so she came from the Blue Star, because I was
Mm-hmm.
okay. I guess that's where their kind lives.
Hero, what's wrong
Yeah.
with you? She's not even human. Here, let me tuck your tongue back into your mouth and wipe that drool off your chin.
Hey, ouch! Knock it off, Ruby!
But here's the thing, though. Lucia and
Golly.
Althena, they're the only kind of their race. I mean, there's no other deities that we know of at this time that are, of the same bloodline as them. So,
Lord Doom, space elf! And I'm like, oh man, and I'm thinking of Crest of the Stars.
oh, don't worry.
I believe space elves are called Ob.
Yes, they are.
if you watch Crest of the Stars.
I only saw one episode of the show. But don't worry, she doesn't have knife ears or anything like that, Lord Doom. They're shaped like a human beings. So she says that she needs to find Althena immediately because this world's in grave danger. I wonder what that grave danger could be. Maybe we'll find
I
out.
wonder.
Maybe we'll find out very, very soon. Hero, you got the hots for her.
Of course.
Just like how Dine had the hots for Althena when they first met. Lord Doom. I think you're pretty safe with her, Lord Doom. Not to worry, man. Oh, Starchild said something new.
He said he's the danger. But Starchild said, I remember when this game came out and my friend's cousin were playing it. They had already beaten the first Resident Evil game. And they were surprised how much better the voice acting was in Resident Evil. Yeah, especially if that was your right. Like for real.
Yeah, I mean, coming from a small publisher like Working Design, I was really surprised how top class that their voice cast is, even if they're not.
I mean, in those days compared to everything else, no, that's like really good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, now we can get out of this place since she's with us now. Oh no, we tried to get out of here. All of a sudden, we're ambushed by monsters. Hero, you say you have a sword, but last time I checked, you're still wielding a knife in battle, man. But anyway.
Ain't got a knife. This is a knife. That's a spoon.
Look at Lucia's.
spoon
Look at Lucia's stats.
777 and no health and no MP.
No, that is
sorry.
her.
No MP, no level. Her
Yep.
HP is 777.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Thing about Lucia is that you cannot control her directly in this game. All her actions are AI controlled.
Ah.
But with her,
I like the sprites. Like I like how Lucia looks like she's like bobbing up and down. Everything just
yeah. But look at how
I don't know
powerful she is.
golly.
Yeah, she eated those guys like breakfast. Even
Starchild, yeah, she's
She's
completely AI.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, he remembers thinking back because back then, the Resident Evil voice actors were just random people instead of real voice actors.
Right.
Lord Doom, at least this is Persona. Oh God! Thanks for giving me those flashbacks. Not like I bring it up myself, but he said at least this is Persona 3. She just cast Marin Karin over and over.
Oh boy.
Don't know, Kyle. Thankfully you never played Persona 3 Vanilla, right?
Wait a minute. You say
Or
Maureen
Fez.
Karin. Weren't those the name of the girls who were Igor's guards or whatever?
No, it's Caroline and Justine,
Oh, okay.
which is what
Never
they're
mind.
called. The Persona, the attendants in Persona 5 are called.
Okay.
But no, Maureen Karin is the brainwash spell that she keeps trying to cast, which has a low rate of success. And instead of trying to either heal or do her ice damage, she just keeps doing that.
Do not interfere.
Now I'm gonna say this, that,
Lord Doom said, if Maureen Karin were their names, I'd quit that series.
I'd say take this opportunity to, since we're having to go back down this place, and since Lucia's in our party, and with her powerful magic, she can actually off those enemies pretty quickly, so I'd say this would probably be a good opportunity to actually just grind. Yeah.
Watch this!
Even if it's temporary.
Oh, it's still good, yeah.
Yeah.
Lord Doom said not to mention she cast Maureen Karin on bosses who are straight up immune. Yep. She'll still do it. Whoa, I saw that.
Oh, are you seeing lightning outside?
Do not
Yep.
interfere.
Ooh. Looks like you got a pretty hefty storm coming your way.
Yeah. Yep, there's the thunder.
Thunder.
Feel the
It's the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder. Okay. Better not get a copyright strike.
Hey, Metal.
Mm-hmm.
What happened in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel? Because we didn't stream, but there was something that came out or something.
Well, yeah, there's a new selection pack out that's pretty interesting. Because, well, for me, it has a lot of stuff for Galaxy Photons and Dragon decks in general. So.
What? Jeez, I think I heard a scream in the back. Hold on.
Uh-oh. And I want to try to get my characters, well, at least Hero and Gwen, to level 12 before we fight the boss that's coming up pretty soon. Because this first boss is actually pretty hard-hitting.
Do not interfere.
I bet.
Oh, trust me. Just wait till we get to him. Lord Doom said that in Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle, the Goku Black Team got buffed. Ooh.
Right. Here we go.
Read Lord Doom's comment.
Not to mention oh, and Dokkan. Well, that's Dokkan.
Mm-hmm. Guess who got buffed?
See, Goku Black.
Do not interfere.
Goku Black Team, yeah. He even said that we got a new LR merged Zamasu. He's kind of insane.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Oops. I'm about to say, there's nothing nice about Zamasu if he's that dangerous.
Do not interfere.
Really, Lord Doom? Holy crap.
Holy crap, that is pretty. Turns into infinite Zamasu for 5 turns. It has complete immunity. Every damage.
That is nuts.
Oh no, what happened to mute? Oh, you got muted.
Yeah, I got muted. Hero did. But don't worry. After a battle is completed, your characters are healed of any status ailments.
Not like Pokemon, huh?
Yeah.
Do not interfere.
Woo. And when he transforms, he makes hero-type enemies and allies take 30% more damage.
Special weather statement for my area. Cat 3 hurricane right now. I hope we don't get it.
Well, at least it's getting downgraded. So I guess there's a bit of a saving grace for you, I suppose.
Special weather statement. At 6:10 p.m. Eastern, Doppler radar shows strong thunderstorm over Windsor Loch. Or near Windsor. Moving up north. Winds gusts up to 50 miles per hour. Pea-sized hail and minor flooding. Holy crap.
Sounds dangerous.
There might be some downed trees some places. That's gonna be fun.
Hopefully it doesn't mess
Lord Doom said, yeah.
I was about to say, hopefully it doesn't mess with our time to hang out tonight after stream.
No, I don't think so. Well, no, I don't think.
Alright, we're back at the first floor of the spire.
Lord Doom mentioned about the infinite Zamasu. It's the stress of having all those Zamasu heads in the sky laughing and talking trash.
Do not interfere.
Kappa. Think about that. That's a nightmare right there.
Nightmare and a half. Overall, what do you think of Zamasu? Do you think he's actually a pretty good villain, or do you think he has some flaws when compared to other villains in the Dragon Ball franchise?
He definitely has flaws. I liked him. I think
Do not interfere.
he had things that probably should have thought about a little better with his motivation. Or at the very least, showing that more, because it's like, well, okay, it is understandable. Like, well, they should have shown it better. Like,
I can see that.
if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Or expounded on it, like, better for, like, why would a god? But, like, he's just like, why? Like, basically just, like, just seems to be just going crazier and crazier. Lord Who said in Legends, I pulled the LF Goku Black. Didn't get the Ultra, though. I tried to get the Ultra in Legends Goku Black because I saw what he could do, and I'm like, holy crap, I need that. And I wasn't able to get it. Nah, I mean...
I know what you mean, Vern.
Know what I mean, Vern?
So as you can see right now, I'm trying to get both Hero and Gwen to level 12 because Gwen has a spell that can actually lower an enemy's strength, because the boss that we're about to go up against pretty shortly, it can actually buff its strength and its defenses.
Oh.
Yeah. And not only that, they do not wane over time like, you know, our party does if they got any strength or defense increases. So yeah, the first boss in this game, yeah, probably is going to be the one that most people would probably get turned off by with this game if they don't plan ahead.
Makes sense. Is it even raining yet? I see the thunder. I hear the thunder, I see the lightning, but I don't see the rain. Now weird. Starchild, we're talking about Zamasu. Starchild has some thoughts. He said, the enemies in Super seem phoned in and random, even their appearances were lazy. And he also said about this part, the boss, if you don't lower his stats, he will pretty much kill you.
Yes.
Oh god, so he's a Mega 10 boss. Okay.
Yeah, because there's going to be a reason why he's tough. But you'll see shortly before the fight.
Do not interfere.
Golly, they went with the Atlas route. Don't know how to play the game? Oh well.
But when you take a look at the main antagonist of this game, like his hideout and like the minions who work under him, or that are created under him with his blood and stuff, you can see that with his design and with the design of his headquarters or castle, that it takes a lot of inspiration from H.R. Geiger.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Lord Doom said, I'm trying to level up LF Goku Black's friendship. Want to give his super to Shallot. Oh, that's right. Yeah. In Legends, Kyle, if you level up friendships with characters, you can give Shallot can learn their moves.
Oh, really?
Like Special Beam Cannon and Kamehameha and all that stuff.
Cool. So it takes some inspiration from Xenoverse in that regard?
In a way, yeah. It's like another way of doing the mentor thing a bit, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see that I went back up the stairs because the enemies will respawn. Like I said, I at least want to get both my characters to level 12 before attempting the boss. Which shouldn't take much longer.
Do. Oh no.
Do not interfere.
What's up?
Wrong layer. You know.
Oh boy. That again?
Yeah.
Yikes.
That you? Yeah, that me.
Do not interfere.
Lord Doom said, I only want his since he damages bench characters. Oh, that's right, he does. Somehow.
Dodge this!
Goku Black's super. Even if they're not out there fighting, he can still damage them with his...
Dang. I'm sure it's one of those things where you need a Neil deGrasse Tyson motivational poster that says, "Careful, we got a badass over here."
Do not interfere.
Which I think greatly sums up Goku Black.
Dodge this!
Even though he was a threat, but you know what I mean.
I wonder what metal.
Yeah, where's he corpsing at this time?
Although it's not much happening in the game, that's because you're grinding, so...
Right.
Until you get to the boss fight.
Hopefully it won't be too much longer.
Or do so, well, it's a massive explosion, and Goku Black is the kind of jerk that would 100% make sure he caught your team in it too. Oh, just like me playing GBO when I call an airstrike. I call an airstrike, and if I'm in the middle of the airstrike, I don't care. I'm making sure the whole team is in that strike, And if I get hit, so well. Oh well.
All right, I got Gwen to level 12, and he's got the Shattered Sword ability, which will actually decrease
that,
a foe's. Yeah, it will decrease a foe's strength. So instead of just shattered armor, we can actually shatter a foe's strength.
Buffs and debuffs. Man, mega attack.
And you know, I think we might be okay with where we're at right now when it comes to at least hero, because I wanted to get that ability for Gwen. So yeah, let's go ahead and attempt to go back down and get the boss.
Well, all right. I noticed there's some treasure chests you don't open. Is that on purpose?
I already opened those treasure chests.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so those were already taken care of.
Oh, they look closed to me. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot the enemies do respawn back in this room too. But at least I can bypass them since they're slow. All right. Story time.
All right. What do you say to Mabel?
Is this Althena's world?
Oh, snap.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Doom. Oh, God. He ran to someone in legend had a heretical name. It was more or less Pan is their waifu.
Yeesh.
But then, perhaps the evil hides it from my sight.
Wait, there's the rain. Wonder who did the animation for this. It's so like.
It was Studio Gonzo that did it.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Gonzo. Oh wow. That dude has to stroke his beard.
Of course he does.
Right.
That's his idol. That's his idol animation.
I will stroke it. Lord Doom said when he fought Pelennor powered him up for that PvP match. Hey, what are you at, Lord Doom, in PvP and Legends? I'm for a guy who doesn't win a lot. Somehow I made it to like Group B. Because I don't know what I'm doing in the game, but somehow I be winning anyways. Enough.
Oh. We're finally being introduced to this game's main baddie, although you don't really see his appearance, but you hear his voice.
Oh no, it can't be.
Oh.
My, sweet princess of the Blue Star. Welcome.
It is. It's
Oh yeah, Lord Doom. He said if he had the ability, he'd switch to his Gohan team. Exactly. What you say about my daughter?
Sweet
Weirdo.
It's been a long time.
So we're introduced to our main antagonist of the game, Zophar, which is a play on word. It's a play on words for Zone Pharaoh.
I know that you will come around to
Oh.
my way of thinking. Eventually.
What kind of a pharaoh?
A Zone Pharaoh.
I will never submit
But
to you.
I don't know what the
Done
meaning
with
behind that
Althena.
is. But that's what they call the main baddie. So it's not Galleon,
Why don't
and
you
it's not
answer yourself?
Eiffel.
Oh dear, I forgot.
It's some dark god of destruction.
Yes. What a pity.
So far, I will not allow you to corrupt this world.
But the
Dragon
thing
power
about
shine forth.
Zophar is that he's
Fill
more
me
of a
with the
behind-the-scenes
strength of
villain, so
ages.
he's more
Power
like
me to overcome the destroyer of our
Darkseid, if that
midst.
makes any sense.
Yeah.
Lucia, that quite unpleasant.
No. What happened?
I'm afraid I had to seal away the power of the four dragons. You see, very soon, you will be all that stands between me and universal domination.
Uh-oh.
I
What? Oh, I see. Me. What? I see it on screen. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. So with her being taken down like that, you will see why I say that the boss fight is going to be kind of hard.
You are nothing more than a helpless
Okay, that's okay.
to be crushed. Save that precious breath,
Lord Doom,
child.
shocked to death in the purple Kool-Aid. Hate to see it.
Your little needle
Shit.
in my haystack.
So far. You can't.
Well, we finally learned who the main boss is, but yeah, he put Lucia in a bit of a slump, and a bad one too. Afflicted her with a curse. So let me show you when we start moving around, because you remember how her stats were 777 with her hit points?
Yeah.
Well,
Not anymore.
not anymore. You shall
Lord
see
Doom
where
said
they're...
even on the verge of death, she sounded robotic. He still sounds robotic.
Yeah, because if you look on screen, guess where her hit points are at right now?
1.
Yeah. So she's not at full strength anymore. And oh, since we're coming to a boss fight, save time.
Of course, somebody's out there like, I gotta rev up Vin Diesel. Not Vin Diesel.
All right.
Legends Battle Royal entry ticket. What the heck's a Legend Battle Royal entry ticket?
Oh, fiddle! I suspected this might happen. The Guardian has
Oh,
awakened.
fiddle biddle.
Yep, so the Guardian statue that was right there before the entryway towards the courtyard of the Blue Spire has been activated. So yep, here's our boss for this dungeon. And let me just take a moment and say how much I love the boss fight theme for this game. Sounds very orchestral.
Dodge this! Ha-ha! Take this, infidel!
Is so good. So yeah, with in this battle, you pretty much want Hero to do most of the attacking, whereas with Gwen, you want him to lower the enemy's
Dodge
stats and heal up at certain points when you can too.
Take that, you hellish freak!
Looks like I'm losing this fight.
Oh no. We'll be fine, trust me.
No, I mean me. Talking about Legends. Talking about
Yeah,
Legends, maybe boot up Legends real quick
I see.
to fight PvP, and I'm getting whooped. I'm getting wrecked, and I'm getting
Take this,
destroyed.
infidel!
Ooh, yeah. I think we're getting through this fight just fine, because the boss is not doing a lot of damage onto me. So we should be good.
Dodge this!
Like, I just just sit there, poor girl.
Yeah, I know.
Take that, you hellish freak!
Seeing as she only has 1 hit point left. Has put her in a pretty bad spot, too.
Dodge this!
We're doing Go Eat Spider-Man.
Jesus
I'm on that
Christ.
spot. Oh, what happened? No?
Oh no, funny talking about wrestling, apparently somebody's tried to sell an all-in London floor seat for like £600.
Really?
Yeah. You know, like if you got a floor seat, you know, it's like those specialty ones that have like the pay-per-view logo and everything on it.
Yeah.
It was like one of those things, so like, yeah, the floor seating crowd, you know, all got to keep their chairs because they all paid the premium and everything. But yeah, somebody's tried to sell theirs for £600. for a cheap steel folding chair with AEW shit on it.
Wow.
Take this, infidel!
Lord Doom said that he's reading Spider-Man, and Peter, I guess, is wearing the black suit again, and everything is crazy. Peter got tired of the writers, I guess.
Wait, now I'm gonna get 2 losses, because apparently
Dodge this!
I fought a match, but lost.
Alright, boss is down. So that's why I say, in that fight, make sure that Gwen has both of those stat-lowering abilities, because that will be a saving grace. Alright. And we're going to see if we can try to get through the rest of this dungeon without fighting any more enemies, but we'll see how that goes. Oh. Talk too soon.
Be in it.
Well, it was bound to happen. Enemy's name is Brain Picker. This fish enemy with multiple eyeballs. Oh man, I dodged that. Of course, I can't dodge the mummies. See if I can get this in one shot with the boomerang.
Dodge this!
Yes, I can. Waboom. All right, we get out. It's time for us to make it back to our hideout, right? Nope.
Wah, wah.
We defeated one Guardian. Now guess how many there are now? Oh boy. Four of those frickin' things.
What?
And you may think, we're fighting 4 Guardians right now. But the thing is, this is a story-based fight, so... even if your characters die, it's still just like, this only happens in, like, either 1 or 2 turns, where the, fight will end automatically, and then the story will continue.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they hit pretty hard. This is it, hero. We're finished. I hope this doesn't hurt as much as I think it will.
Oh no.
Targets acquired and locked! Fire! Oh, somebody did a Kamehameha wave on those Guardians and they all died. So, long story short, we got our butts saved.
Nice.
By Leo, believe it or not. The Beast Man.
Oh. He has a Yamato. Wait. Hey, speaking of the Yamato, I just saw it in Yakuza 6.
Oh, really?
That's why I woke up so late today, because I stood up to like almost 5 in the morning playing Yakuza 6.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, who is the woman in your party, Gwen?
I gotta read something here.
Oh boy.
Let's just say it's wrestling related.
She was assaulted by a monster at the top of the spire. It leapt at her from a magical sphere. We barely escaped its clutches. If you hurry, you may be able to catch it.
Oh no, it's just that apparently, Jim Duggan's been hospitalized and had to have emergency surgery.
Oh, what?
Yeah. You know, good old 2x4 America boy. Oh.
So he thought the monster that Hero says attacked us is Lucia the Destroyer, but Lucia's with us and not a destroyer by any means. Oh boy. What a jackass. But of course he wouldn't even know what Lucia looks like anyways. Alright, we'll go through a few story-based things.
Oh, Lord, you mentioned something. Wait, go ahead.
I said we'll go through a few story-based things and then show a little bit of us making our way towards the town that we have to go to try and heal Lucia, and then I think we'll call it quits for this week's episode.
Yeah. Lord Doom said about the black suit Spider-Man. It says, also reading the story, he agrees with the statement, quote, I'd rather stab Damien in the chest and run the fade with Batman after fighting Peter in any variation of the black suit. I'd rather stab Damien in the chest and run the fade with Batman after than fight Peter in any variation of the black suit, cloth or symbiote.
Huh.
Remember him chasing Shocker to the ends of the earth. Remember that?
What?
Shocker!
Oh, yes. Oh man, I hope they bring that quote in Marvel Spider-Man 2 on the PS5, since you play as Black Suit Spider-Man and supposedly Shocker is one of the villains in that game.
I hope they reference that, please reference that.
Yes, I can't wait to play as my favorite Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Because Spider-Man is Spider-Man, and Miles Morales is Miles Morales.
You know which one I want? Spider-Ham.
Yes.
Well, there's an idea for a skin that they could do.
Yeah, Spider-Ham, Peter Porker.
Lucia wonders why the 4 dragons did not respond to her. If you remember what happened in the first game with the 4 dragons, that's why.
Oh, yep.
Is Lucia trying to tell us that she's not human? Of course not. She's a deity, for crying out loud.
Lord Doom said, remember they wanted to change Miles' name to Spy D? And then they never talked about it again?
Oh, really?
Almost like they internally realized it was a bad idea and hoped we'd forget. But I did.
Exactly.
Lord Doom did not forget.
That's a bad pun. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Spy D. Okay, Gwen tells us that there's a priest in a village called Larpa who goes by the name of Ronfar. And he's going to be one of our allies in this game when we meet him. So yeah, that is our next destination that we have to go to. But don't you worry, we'll see a dialogue from a lot of the characters to see what funny things that they have to say. Just like, the villagers in Marriott, who are all a bunch of rednecks living in a river village.
Living in a van down by the river?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that's right. Lord Doom brought that up too. Wolverine also had those heat-based claws too that he doesn't ever use or talk about.
Ooh. Oh boy. Ruby's getting pretty mad at Lucia because she's afraid that she's going to take a liking to Hero and Ruby's getting jealous because of it. It's like, girl, when can an animal and a human have feelings of love towards each other? It just doesn't work that way.
Duh.
We don't
That's
need
a
any
crime in every state, I believe.
Exactly.
Starshell mentioned he has a Wolverine figure that has a heat claw. So, and when are we plugging? Because
don't worry, we got a couple more minutes.
Right. Excellent.
I'll be back hopefully before we plug.
I mean, you could.
It shouldn't take too long. I just gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see too that Lucia has a bit of a naive personality to her because she doesn't understand the customs of human beings and whatnot because she's still in her deity status. But then again, I guess you could say the same about Althena in the first game. But then again, we don't really see much of her past anyway, but she probably went through a similar phase, especially when traveling with the Dragon Masters in history. I taught you well, Hero, but it's time for you to go out on your own and explore the world. So this is where we say farewell to Grandpa for now and get on with our mission. And we just go for a small boat ride towards the dock here. And, yeah, we can dock right here and get to this part of the Salian Desert, as it's called at this region in Lunar. But, yeah, there's the village of Larpa in the distance right there. And with that, I think we'll go ahead and we will call it quits here for today. We made a lot of great progress for this first episode, and I know a lot of you want to see more, but, we got a schedule to run. So, anyways, we can go ahead and start plugging. So, Metal, why don't you go ahead and plug first?
Yosh! You can follow me on X at MetalBlueEye0 and YouTube at MetalBlueEyes, where I do Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. Working on a new video, should be out this week. Hopefully. Also, yeah, we didn't stream last night because of technical issues, but hopefully we will be back this week. Nice. On Hero Club Switch at Hero Club for Life, that's the number 4. And of course, follow the site at hero-club.com for all your Hero news. And we also stream Wednesdays and Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern, by the way, on Twitch. So, there you go.
Cool.
Double R?
Alrighty, you guys can follow me on youtube.com/RPGreviews and twitch.tv/RPGreviews. YouTube's my bread and butter when it comes to content. I'm still working on getting prepared for The Legend of Zelda, the retrospective series that I'm going to be working on for that. Episode 1 should be starting with post-production pretty soon, but be on the lookout for any social media posts that I have in regards to development updates when that comes out. And speaking of social media, you can follow me on both Facebook and Twitter at RPG Reviews. All right, and last but not least, Fighter Chaos, if he's back. Nope.
Fighter Chaos?
Gary?
Fighter Chaos? I think he's dead.
Oh no. Yikes.
Well, I guess follow him on Twitter at Fighter Chaos. He does some great artwork, and he also does do a couple webcomics, so follow him there for all your good stuff. Also, just in general, check him out, and
be sure you also follow him on youtube.com/fightercows, as well
that
as
too, yes.
twitch.tv/fightercows, because he usually is a streamer.
He does stream.
A YouTuber.
He streams twice a week, so check him out. Tuesdays and Thursdays. So swing on by and check him out. Otherwise, I think that's it. Double R, so.
All right, well, join us next week as we continue where we left off, as we need to heal Lucia of this curse, and then we'll continue where we left off to hopefully help her find the goddess Althena, but we'll see how far along we get within the next episode. So, until then, on Double RPG,
Metal Blue Eyes, and here but not here, Fighter Couch. I guess I gotta say the words then.
No. Let me say the words since I'm doing this.
All right.
So, on behalf of Fighter Cows, he has 2 words left to plug this stream, and they are Niño, Canrio. Peace out, everybody. See you next week. Adios. Bye-bye.
See ya.